Yes, people, how we doing? Ricky here from Behind the Bars TV. Sitting here in my studio. This is where I'm doing my podcasts. I'll be releasing one shortly once I get up to 10,000 subscribers, like I've mentioned before. I've just done a one with Jamie Morgan Kane, who spent 34 years inside America's toughest prisons. But today I'm going to talk about a lad who's just been sentenced to life imprisonment for attacking a prison officer. So the lad is called Joshua Kendall. He's 29-year-old and he's from Loughton in Essex. So he's serving time in Onley Prison, which is a Category C prison down at Warwickshire. Well, it's in Warwickshire, but it's near Rugby. And he's just been given a life sentence with a minimum term of 19 years for attacking a prison officer. He was originally serving a sentence for theft of fuel, numerous accounts of theft, pinching petrol, and carrying a knife. So he was only doing a small sentence, and he's in this Category C prison, but we don't know what's going on with him mentally wise. Obviously, you've got to be having something not right with you upstairs if you're attempting to kill screws or attacking screws in prison, because you know the end result is going to be a massive sentence. So on the day where it happened, he's actually just been sentenced yesterday on the 20th of September 2022. But the attack happened, I think it was a couple of years back. But obviously it's just all been dealt with now and he's just been sentenced for it now. So on the day it happened, the screw in question was tidying up, putting the pool balls away. Because what happens at the end of association, the screws shout bang up, everyone's got to bang up. So whatever you're doing at that particular moment, if you're playing pool, you're just getting out the shower, you're on the phone, you're speaking to your pals, when the screws shout bang up, everyone's just got to right, see you later lads, and make your way back to your pad, go and bang up. The screws tidy up the pool balls or whatever, or sometimes the lads have got to do it and pass the pool balls into the screws. But on this particular occasion, the screw must have been picking the pool balls up and putting them into the pot, obviously because you can't leave pool balls lying about in prison. So he was tidying them up and the lads come up behind him with a makeshift blade, and the blades are normally made out of a toothbrush with a razor blade melted into the end of it. And he's come up behind this screw and slashed his neck. And then the screws turned round and he's continued hacking, but the screws managed to fight him off, and some of the other lads on the wing have actually helped the screw wrestle the lad off. Obviously the other lads must have liked the screw. Obviously they didn't want to see him dead, so they've acted upon the instincts and helped the officer in charge. So obviously he's been arrested for attempted murder. But it did say when I was reading up on it that there was no significant injuries. So luckily for the screw, he didn't actually go cut him deep or anything like that. He must have just had superficial marks. But that was enough to get him a life sentence with a minimum of 19 years. So he's serving a sentence, say I think it was 14 months or something similar. And he's ended up with a 19-year minimum term. So off the 19 he's going to do at least 20 before he even gets the parole hearing. He's 29-year-old, so he's going to be 50-year-old for a split second stupid thing like that, like attempting to slash a screw. But you don't know the circumstances surrounding the case. You don't know whether he's been suffering mental health, or the screw might have been antagonising him, because I have seen it in the prisons when the screws, or how can I put it, some people that just wind them up, but they should, like stuff like this should make them think twice. People are in prison, if they're suffering with mental health, you don't understand how hard it can be sometimes if your head's mashed up in prison, and then if you've got someone antagonising you or a screw taking the piss, something similar to this is all what I'm saying might have happened. But I'm not justifying it one bit. It should not have tried to do that to a screw, you know what I mean? Yeah, at the end of the day, they're in there doing the job. And if you're going to attempt to slash the necks or murder them, then you're going to get everything that's chucked at you. But I think 19 years is a harsh sentence. But, like I say, he could have killed the officer, then it would have been a 40-year sentence. But yeah, Only is a Category C prison, which holds 700 men. I think it's got 11 different wings. And he's went from being in this jail, it's probably been a cushy jail, and he's now, I'm not sure where he's at now because he's just been sentenced, but he will be heading to the dispersal systems. So he's either going to be in Franklin, Full Sutton, Wakefield, Whitemore. Yeah, which one did I miss out? Or Long Lawton. But see what he likes it when he gets to the dispersals, because they're a total different kettle of fish compared to the Category C's and Category D prisons. But I'll leave that one there for now, people. I've got plenty more stories coming soon. If you do like me content, remember to click the like button and subscribe. And these podcasts, interviews will be starting as soon as I hit that 10,000 mark. But I will just say, thanks to all my viewers and my subscribers for the way the channel is actually going, because I've only really been doing the stories about, I think it's about 6 months. I joined YouTube about a year ago, over a year ago. And it was initially just going to be about my book, my fitness book, but obviously I found out that the viewers like the prison stories and different things a whole lot better, so that's what I'm going for. Obviously giving you the entertainment that you want and that you're looking for. But my channel is up over 9,000 subscribers already, so it's grown at a really good rate compared to like other channels. So I'm really pleased with that. So like I say, keep watching people and hit that subscribe button. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, folks.